hello. Guys, how is everybody doing? Ya regresé. Ya estoy aquí con ustedes, guys. I'm back in the valley. Oh my God, les tengo mucho chismazo, mucho que platicar. Llegué bien rubia ahora, guys. Ay. I have a lot of chismazo, a lot we gotta talk about today. Puro 411 chismazo ahora la tarde, guys. We're expecting to discuss a lot of things. There's a lot of things we gotta discuss. I know a lot of people are asking for more details. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Laura. A lot of people are asking for more details regarding to the. Hey, Diana. Hello to everybody that's here with me this afternoon. How is everybody doing, guys? ¿Cómo están todos? Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. Todos, guys. Todos. Hello. Hello, pretty lady. Hello. Hello, guys. Thank you all for being here with me this afternoon. Diana Campos. Todos. Hello, Lupe. Guys, well, I'm back. Y les tengo un chismazo, guys. Bastante chisme que les tengo. Before I begin my show, I want to tell you all, thank you for everything you all sent me for my cash app, my birthday presents. I got another birthday present today by Delia, and it's a beautiful gift she gave me, guys. It's a handbag where I'm going to be able to put my lipstick, my makeup in here. Gracias, Delia. This comes all the way from Louisiana, guys. It's a beautiful handbag. Muy bonita, guys. Check this out, guys. Muy bonita, guys. And then I have another gift que me dio mi amigocha Roser. Rosa me regaló este beautiful keychain. It's from Paris when she went to vacation. Beautiful keychain que me regaló Rosa, guys. This is a beautiful keychain que me regaló Rosa. It's from Paris, guys. So, guys, okay, les tengo el pinche 411. Ya que están todos aquí, guys. I want to begin by talking about this subject real quick. About Vanessa Tijerina. Vanessa Tijerina will be coming on my show this Sunday, guys. The interview is not today, it's Sunday. I was supposed to have her on the show today, but I know she's probably live. And we were going to discuss about our topics that we want to ask her a couple of questions. But I know a lot of people say, well, you're going to talk about Frank? Are you going to talk about Ophelia? Are you going to talk about George Rice? Are you going to talk about John Allen? You know, name me all these other people. People have been messaging me and asking these questions. The bottom line is these questions that we're going to ask are from you guys. You viewers will message the page Rubi Moreno, and those questions I will select from there and I will review them. I do want to let you all know that these questions will not talk about her children or about her court. Everything else y'all want to question her about is good. Whatever y'all want to know about other things that are going on in her life, anything that had to do with her, that incident that happened when she got abused by those individuals, whatever else you want to cover, I will ask her those questions. Let's talk about the Hooner Kicker here. So that's what I want to let you all know, guys. So people want to know about this interview. But let's talk about my suegrita real quick, guys. Pinche vieja estúpida, animal guasia retardada. Talk shit about me when I was in San Antonio. And I didn't have the time to address you, but I'm going to address you right now, perra. I'm going to address you right now. ¿Pa qué andas de celosa? ¿Pa qué andas de envidiosa? I want to know why so much hate. Why are you so jealous of me? She's crying right now. Ahorita está llorando, guys, because she tried to play the role as a victim. Ya me di cuenta, perra, porque yo fui, te esperé afuera, estúpida. Te esperé a ver cómo sales y saliste llorando, revolcándote porque te mandaron a chingar a tu madre. Guys, she had court today y estaba bien enojada. I'm Mano Mocha, but you're Roña, you are broke. Roña's broke, guys. And the picture she posted up there talking shit about Frank, that's an old picture. Let me tell you, that picture is the money that she gave to her attorney to pay for her representation. An attorney probably scammed her too. They're probably both scammers. You know what I'm saying? Pinche two-star attorney que tiene. Y le puedes decir que yo estoy diciendo. You can go tell them that I said, okay? Te hizo scam tu propio attorney, baby girl, baby don. That's what he did, porque te mandaron a chingar a tu madre today in court. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Te la metió Córdoba y sin saliva, baby girl, baby doll. ¿Qué pasó? Que baby boy, baby doll, Córdoba. Y Córdoba, ay, perra. Córdoba dijo, anda, chinga tu puta madre, culera. Es lo que te dijo Córdoba. ¿Por qué no le platicaste a todo el mundo que te enchorizaron ahora en court, perra? ¿Qué miedo tienes? That's all I want to know. All I want to know, baby girl, why don't you go live? Why don't you go live anymore? She was crying, and this is not heard on Facebook. This is facts, and I got receipt. Frank has receipts. Frank has receipts. Y hay receipts por donde sea, guys. La vieja pendeja de mi suegra, she was crying. And les tengo otro chismazo, guys. My suegrita is being investigated by YouTube for child pornography por andar de pendeja. That's why. Por andar de pendeja, showing penises, tirándotela bien chingona. Even if you put your damn videos on private, como quiera, te lo va a quitar YouTube, pendeja. Te lo van a quitar, pinche vieja mañaca. I knew it that you were the fucking pedophile, that you were the fucking pervert. Pinche vieja puñeta mañaca, lo que eres. Pinches zancas mionas que tienes, bastarda. Luego quieres acomodar a todo el mundo. With all your fucking mistakes, with all your defects that you have in your fucking life, you want to point fingers que todos somos igual que tú. No todos estamos cortados con la pinche misma tijera que tú, pendeja. ¿Ok? No todos somos de la misma clase de mierda que eres tú, pinche vieja Chester Molester. Por eso te vas a embutir YouTube por andar viendo child pornography, culera. Ya te tienen bien quemada. Aparte de scammer, ahora andas de child pornography, perra. Why aren't you going live? Why aren't you going live on YouTube? Porque te están investigating, perra. Te están investigating por andar de child molester, de pedophile. De pedophile. Es lo que eres. Te lo tenías bien calladito, perra. Pero mira, todo lo que hablas en tu pinche Peacocks United Group, todo se sale, perra. Everything goes out, mi amor. Everything sale y todo se descubre, mi amor. Todo se descubre, porque acuérdate cuando decías que Franca tenía child pornography phone en su computer. How many times did you fucking accuse him? How many times did you accuse Frank? Y resulta que la pinche pedophile eres tú. Eres tú, pinche molester. Es lo que eres tú. Que agüite, qué vergüenza, perra. Qué vergüenza. Qué vergüenza. Y la net, ni me acuerdo su apellido. La net, esa señora que was involved in that Tupperware scandal que hubo. Esa net, ¿cómo te pones tú a hablar de Ofelia Painter y Ofelia Moreno y diciendo que son tus amigas? No, mamacita. Ese pedo no jala aquí. Because now you're stuck in the middle. ¿A quién vas a decidir qué chisme le acarreas tú a mi suegra regarding to Ofelia Painter? That's my question. Con todos quieres quedar bien, no que tu amigocha Miss Painter, que es tu camarada y todo el pinche pedo. Bullshit. Because tú dejas. Si tanto es tu camarada Ofelia Painter, ¿por qué no le caes el hocico a mi suegra? ¿Por qué no le dices, bájale a tu pinche pedo? No lo haces porque, ¿sabes qué? Porque te va a hacer la misma mierda que le hizo a Painter, y me hizo a mí, le hizo a Roser, que va a hablar mierda de ti, por eso no lo haces. Porque eres puro psico, girl. A mí no me vas a decir que Ofelia Painter es tu camarada, que es tu homegirl, que you love her, porque no. Si fuera tu camarada, you would stand up for her and back her up, but you don't fucking do that. How can someone that has done something, how do you plan to win if there's so much evidence against you? It's true. There's so much against my suegrita. Se pendejió. And you know what? Who do you blame, suegrita? Your fucking attorney. That's who you blame. Because yo hubiera sido tu abogado, animal. Yo te hubiera dicho, ¿sabes qué? Get off social media y te cae el hocico. But you don't do it. You don't do it porque te la tiras chingona. Pero no que muy chingona, perra, llore en court. Llore joteando en court. Allí con la pinche, Rosie O'Donnell, la hermaphrodite. No con muy chingona con la Rosie O'Donnell, perra. Con la hermaphrodite, con la misma pinche purple shirt, donde se pone bien mamá, bien grifo, perra. Él la acusó para court. La pinche Rosie O'Donnell usó la pinche long sleeve shirt. Y sabes que, let me tell you about the surprise that I had to you, porque como quiera ya lo hice, ya te cagué el palo, perra. All those screenshots donde estabas hablando de Heather and showing her picture on social media, ¿qué es lo que hice, perra? Se lo mandé a su papá, a Judge Flores. Para que sepa, Judge Flores, que tú eres la pendeja que está hablando mierda de su propia hija. ¿Cómo ves, perra? ¿Cómo ves, baby girl, baby doll? Ya se lo mandé a Judge Flores. And you're not going to deny it because I took screenshots and I did the recording where it shows where you're talking shit about her. Ay, mi amor, sola te empinas, perra. Sola te empinas, baby girl, baby doll. La pendeja no se estudia, se nace y ahí está prime example. Prime example que estás bien pendeja. Por eso digo yo que estás retardada y guaseada, porque se nota lejos, 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 lejos. But yes, I did that. ¿Quieres jotear? Vámonos recio, perra. Vámonos recio. Because Judge Flores ya sabe que tú estás hablando de su hija. And they're showing pictures on social media. Y que no la bajas de puta y calentona. ¿Cómo ves? So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Judge Flores finds a way to have you arrested, baby girl, baby girl. Por pendeja. Por pendeja. La que nunca probó steak, por favor. Por favor. Ay, no andabas hablando mierda de Frank que estaba tragando Winnie's con huevo, perra. Y tú que comes carne. No, hombre, tú no sales de tragar pinche carne de puerco, culera. Con la que mataste a tío Frankie, perra. Con la que mataste a tío Frankie, con la pinche carne de puerco. Es lo que tragas todos los días. Lean forward. Oh, you like that? Oh, that felt so good. Sas, 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 culera. Sas, sas, sas. It's a true matter. It's true, guys. It's fucking true. It's true. Y luego, si le está empinando, sola se empinó, guys, y te la van a meter sin saliva, perra. Te la van a meter sin saliva, hija de tu chingada madre. Dile a Nachita que salga del pinche pozo, que te venga a recoger a la verga. Dile a Nachita que salga del pinche pozo y que te rasguñe todo el pinche hocico. Es lo que necesita. I had so much fun in San Antonio. I'll let you know what happens, guys. Nachita, por favor, Nachita, ven por tu hija y llévatela. Llévatela contigo. Haz lo que tú quieras con tu pinche hija hocicona, pinche satánica. ¿Por qué es satánica la pinche bruja? Ahí praying in court. Que Diosito, que ayúdame. Ay, sí, culera. ¿Y por qué no jaló tu pinche brujería? ¿Por qué no hiciste pinche brujería a la verga, perra? No, que tú muy chingona, que los pinches, que me vas a colgar con el culo para arriba y todo el pedo. No te ha jalado nada, perra. No te ha jalado nada. La que está colgada y empinada eres tú. La que no aprieta eres tú, culera. Porque ya me lo contó el papá de Valde que no aprietas, perra. El papá de Valde me dijo que tu suegra no aprieta, que la dejó por puta. La dejó con puta. Y luego la pinche marrana mantecosa, verijas prietas. Tú también, perra. Ahorita me la vas a pagar, pinche verijas prieta, culo nejo. Ahorita vas a ver, perra. Ahorita me la vas a pagar, culera. La pinche marrana mantecosa todavía hablando de mí. Hija de tu chingada madre. Todos tus pinches hijos son bastardos también, perra. Habla de tus pinches hijos retardados, pendeja. Habla de tus pinches dos mongolos, culera. De mí que tenés que hablar, perra, si nunca me mantuviste, culera. Nunca te pedí nada, ni fiado, perra, cuando me vendías pinche corte a la verga. Nunca te pedí fiado. Nunca. Ahora te la tiras que nunca vendiste, hombre. Por favor, das lástima. No salías de la pinche escondida, vendías todo el tiempo ahí, perra. En la escondida, la pinche cantina, y ahí vendías todo el tiempo, perra. ¿Para qué te haces, pendeja? ¿Para qué te haces, culera? Ahí te estás muriendo y que no aguantas, que el anxiety y todo el pinche, pero por favor, deja de tragar y vete a caminar y se te quita el anxiety así. Deja el pinche panocheo y vete a caminar y se te quita el pinche anxiety así. It's true, guys. It's true. Ahorita estará esta Nachita en la pinche gloria. Ahorita estará Nachita en la pinche gloria. Ahí, gracias a Dios que me quitaste ese aguijón, esa pinche cruz de encima, esa pinche hija retardada que tuve. Llévatela. Baking soda didn't make it to court. Que agüite, guys. And you know what? That's right. That's right. Tanta pinche mamada que dice mi suegra que Peacocks United y que Peacocks United y que Peacocks United. How many of your fucking peacocks showed up to court? Nadie. Nadie se paró contigo, pero ahí síguele por burro por delante, pendeja. Ahí sígale. Por $5, keep on talking shit. Keep on talking shit. Y nadie se paró contigo. Nomás la única que fue contigo era la lesbian, la hermaphrodite. Es la que fue contigo. La hermaphrodite. Nada más esa es la que fue contigo. Nadie más fue contigo. Y ahí síguele, pendeja. Todavía hablando mierda. Todavía sabe que la enchorizaron y todavía. Guys, we're gonna call somebody right now, and all I'm gonna ask is for respect, real quick, guys. Por favor, respect.
Hello.
Hello, hey Vanessa, how are you doing? It's me, Jaime.
Hi, Jaime. How are you?
Muy bien, girl. So I wanna talk a little bit about the interview that we're gonna be giving you next or this Sunday coming up. I'm excited for this, and I want to thank you for the opportunity. I sent you a couple of questions, and these questions are asked in a very professional way, and in a very solid way. Where I don't want to, I want to explain to the public that I'm not here to talk about your children, nor am I here to talk about your court. What I want to know is a little bit about your future, what your plans are, how things have changed in your life, how you're progressing in life, and stuff like that. Positive things, of getting away so much away from the hate. You know what I'm saying?
From the cheese man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to know more about. I want to know more about Vanessa, the person, rather than knowing about the cheeseman, all this stuff. I want to know what you bring to the table, how and what your plans are, and your goals are in life, because everybody should have goals in their lives.
Yes.
And so I want to encourage my viewers, your viewers, to show you support. Frank, por favor, Frank. Not now, Frank. Not now, Frank. I don't appreciate that comment. Please keep it professional.
He's not
Please.
gonna listen to you. It's not. It's
Ruby,
honestly,
please. I'm
I
asking
don't
you
think you help
guys.
it.
No, it's not that. It's just that I'm keeping it professional. I don't want to hear any nicknames to any of them. That's it. Just the way I have some other people that this, and I'm going to be very forward, very honest. I have Vanessa supporters that dislike Frank, and when you come in here, they want to talk shit, but I don't allow them to do it. When you call, they want to talk shit, and I keep it professional. So I think it goes both ways. Frank, you keep it professional. Vanessa supporters keep it professional, and we could all get along. That's basically what I want. I want to put everybody the differences aside, and we all get along without calling anybody nicknames. Por favor, keep it professional, guys. I didn't call her for anybody to come disrespect her or tell her shit, because ya de chingadera y media, they've already told her a lot of crazy stuff. But either way, Vanessa, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity. And what message do you have for the supporters and the viewers? What do we expect from you that day on Sunday?
Just you guys getting to know a little bit more about me. Maybe from now until then, you can have your viewers, give them like let them ask, let them form like a couple of questions, things that they want to know. Obviously, don't come at me with hate, right? Let's not be talking about stuff that,
Right.
anything that somebody trolling would ask, like, nah, nothing like that. But if you want to know about me as a person, yeah, I'm just trying to survive. That's all I am. I'm just like all of you guys. I just, I don't stay quiet. You know what it's like. It's real hard to stay quiet, Jaime.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm a very outspoken person. I'm very blunt as an individual, and sometimes it does get me in trouble, and it puts me in a situation where I have to dig myself out of a hole. But other than that, I'm very blunt, and you know me very well. Back then, we would talk. I supported you when you ran for U.S. Congress with the Green Party. I'm very outspoken, and I'm very blunt with my shit.
You knew me before the nickname.
Correct. I knew you before. That's what people.
And people don't understand that you knew me like I was a big old nerd. Like
Right. I knew Vanessa way before all this other stuff happened, guys. I knew her at a personal level. She would actually go to my house. She knows my mom. She knows my brother. She knows my family. My brother Jesse introduced me to Vanessa, so that people could know. It's not about all this drama that occurred after. Vanessa and I, we had a relationship. We would hang out. We would, we go way back. We would even go out together. So when she had her green little buggy and stuff like that. So we know very well each other. And I know she's not that person that everybody seems to paint out of her. Everybody has struggles. Everybody has dark days in lives. And so it's about learning how to build yourself up. And one thing that I see in you is that for whatever reason, you still find ways to continue to progress in life.
Yeah, you have to. I think that's what happens to a lot of us is that we forget, we get so sad about the things that we've lost and the struggles that we're going through that we forget about, we forget to, we forget that we don't even look for a purpose. We
Mm-hmm.
don't look for a purpose because we feel that there's no purpose, and that's what makes us get us down. And so I always find a purpose, and you have to find a purpose. Otherwise, you know, you wind up in your darkest days.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'll be comfortable going to certain topics, but like if somebody else does it, so I'm gonna go there just a little bit. But I truly believe one thing that I've learned is that you, the people you surround yourself with, really, really do determine who you are. It
Right.
really does. And if you surround yourself with people who are, you know, don't make the best choices, that rubs up on you. And
Right.
I knew better than that, you know. I knew better than to mix my energy with certain energies, but sometimes I'm just a human. I'm like a lot of women that, you know, you get into these relationships, you feel sad, you feel lonely,
Well, and you know what,
you know.
and people criticize, and I know that it's not the interview, but now that you brought up the relationship, people criticize you, that relationship that you had with that individual and whatnot. I was in a very toxic relationship too, and you knew that for a fact because I opened up to you regarding to my relationship with that individual. You knew at the
Yeah,
time that I was struggling with an addiction. You knew all this other crazy stuff about my personal life because of the relationship that I was in. But I learned how to get out of it, learn how to love myself, and grow as a person. And you know for a fact how much have I changed as an individual.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know what, Jaime, you've always been a good person. It's just people, 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 people are shitty sometimes, and sometimes they bring out the worst in people, you know. And
Right.
then people aren't very aware. Like, I have a different kind of mind. I'm on the spectrum. It's easy to trigger me. I have ADHD, so I'm real like impulsive. Probably it takes a lot for me sometimes, so I have to hold back. But like, and you've been open about, you know, your diagnosis, and people sometimes take advantage of that, and sometimes people think that they're talking to somebody that has just a regular, normal, neurotypical mind, and we don't. So
Right.
we're easily triggered,
Right.
and when we're vulnerable, when we're sad, we're even more triggered. And sadly, there's people in this world, they take advantage of that. They
Correct.
take advantage of it. So
Correct.
I'm
They take.
sure people poke at you, you know, and they, you know, and then they get all mad whenever you have to be like, whenever you push back. But that's what they wanted though. And so I've learned to, it's hard. It's hard not to react. I've had to just not be too reactive now.
Right.
And
But
right.
I've seen a lot of changes in you, and here and there we do communicate, and I've seen a lot of things that have changed. Back then you had that, I'm gonna go one on one with this person. They're talking shit about me. I'm gonna go talk shit about them. Now you just focus on yourself, which is Uvalde, and I've seen you advocate for that situation that occurred, and I give you props. A lot of people don't have that time or don't commit themselves so much as what you did, and that speaks volume of you as a person.
Thank you.
That speaks a lot about you as a person, and I applaud you for that. I do want to ask you one question before I let you go. I went out there to San Antonio, and I visited the site where there was 53 immigrants that had passed away that were left in the trailer. My question towards you would be, what law would you imply, or what changes would you do in order to protect or to avoid situations like that? I know you're a very smart person, and you contemplated on going to law school. So I asked you these questions because I know that you consider running for Senate, and you probably know a little bit more about this stuff. What laws would you imply to help protect these migrants or help them out or in things like this?
Okay. So I'm going to call it something, but we have to remember there's two different types. There's human trafficking, like of women and even some men, that there's human trafficking for sex, and there's human trafficking for exploitation of their labor, right? There's that, right?
Okay.
But then we forget about this other human trafficking that's not really, there's people that are making money off of using people as a commodity. So it's a good, and when you take away the ability for people to show up to a port of entry and you force them to cross a river or to pay a coyote, that's the first problem right there. Is that it should have been just as easy for these people coming from Mexico, from Guatemala, from the southern, southern Mexico, from Mexico, to come into Central America, all that. It should be as easy for them to enter the country or to show up to a port of entry as it was for the people in Ellis Island at the turn of the century. The problem is that these people that are coming over are poor. And so, but the thing is, they don't understand, and a lot of these folks that have money, they don't see the value of their worth. These people are willing to come over here and pick your damn vegetables for you, man. They're willing to come and do the jobs that you don't want to do.
Correct.
Their labor and their ability to contribute to American society while they're becoming American citizens is really underestimated. They do the work that no one else wants to do.
It's
do not see Americans doing that kind of work.
A lot of the things that we could avoid in this, and I know people are going to question it or get upset because we've helped a lot of countries all over the world, right, when they struggled. And I think if the United States would take the time, or the government would take the time to go help places like Honduras, the Mexico, with infrastructure, helping them grow in an economical way where poverty will not be that bad there. And I think that's one of the main priorities that other countries don't look at. I think that's something that affects the people that live there, and that's why they travel. And I know it's very hard for those that come from El Salvador and the Honduras, because they have to travel multiple checkpoints in order to be able to come into the United States. They even travel a black train, I believe that's what it's called. So I think the United States should take the time to look into helping out these countries, just the way they've helped out other countries, right, that have struggled. Why not help Mexico, Honduras, Salvador, and stuff?
Because you know why though? Because those people, you see, America is never going to just help another country just to help another country. America is going to help another country when there is something that they're going to get from that country as well. And
Correct.
so America is going to least likely help the poorest areas because those people don't have a trade-off. But this is where part of me aligns with the Republicans, if you can believe that. People think that I don't align with Republicans, and this is where the Democrats kind of don't like me when I say I really truly believe that we should, and I know it goes against what you might think I say, that I really do think that we should take care of our own people before we take care of other countries, because we have so many things that are broken. And if you have all these unhealed people that are living on the streets, the homeless population, mental illness, all of that, then it just hurt people. And who do you think they're going to hurt? They're going to hurt the other Americans. We're going to hurt ourselves.
Right.
Because we're not addressing our own issues.
Correct.
And that actually is the job for the United Nations. That's why we entered into an agreement with the United Nations. The United Nations is supposed to identify countries in the world that don't meet a certain number of sustainability points. Sustainability points are they allowed to vote? Do they have their own democracy? Do they have clean running water? Do they have energy? There's like 20 points.
Right.
And that's really, so there's things in place, and there is entities in place. The problem is that nobody's holding them accountable. No one's saying, hey, the reason that you were made and the mission that you said that you were, created for is not the mission that you're carrying out. Because if it was, then we wouldn't have all these people leaving Central America and all these other countries still for a better life in 2022.
Correct.
To America.
Correct.
So I think that the first thing, and to answer your question, the first thing they need to do is create a real pathway to citizenship. I saw a newspaper article, and this is what I don't like the Republicans do. I saw a newspaper article just early this morning, I think, that said something to the effect of the Border Patrol has caught so far, like recently, in the last few months, the Border has caught rapists, a certain amount of rapists, a certain amount of sexual offenders, child molesters, this and that. But it's like, that kind of headline and that kind of story, that is like something like the hate pages would put out. Because
Correct.
Whenever you highlight that, you are failing to say the amount of people, the percentage of those people that you're mentioning are very few compared to the families that are coming over here. Grandparents, parents, tías, tíos, fathers and children, mothers and children. So when you highlight those kind of things, that's another thing, is the way that our government displays the issue.
Right.
If you display it in a bad way, then you're going to have people that think that they're super smart. They're going to believe that the only thing coming from over there is not hardworking, humble, God-fearing, God-loving people that wouldn't hurt a fly, which is the majority. Instead, you're making people think that the majority are these very dangerous people. That's another thing, is that nobody's controlling the hate.
Correct. I agree. And lastly, one more question. I know that it's been all over the news, especially ESPN and Sports Center, regarding to that WNBA player that traveled to Russia to go play international. Yes, I have a
Yes.
question for you. I know that you had the topic about legalizing marijuana and stuff like that, and I know that you were very active about it, very outspoken about it. What do you think about the laws in Russia? Do you think, are they being too cruel? Also, the question is, all those NBA players that are advocating for her and stuff like that, what would you have done if you were the president of the United States with a scenario like that? That's my question. If you were the president of the United States and you had to choose whether or not to help this person out that talks shit about the American flag and that she didn't want to participate in the national anthem and really made this country look bad and offended these veterans that we have and that are fighting for our country, right? We have these veterans and we have soldiers and these people that are still fighting and protecting our country. We have this individual who shamed the American flag. If you were the president of the United States, what would you do? Would you help this individual or would you leave her over there?
First of all, they should have been saying her name back in February, because that's when I was saying her name. I was saying her name in February, and nobody else was saying her name. And I even remember making a live video stating that I cannot believe that Hillary Clinton and all these people are not saying her name. She literally was over there since February. Now, this is the thing. What kind of Americans would we be if we treat people differently and we don't try to save them? They're still American. She's still an American. And her ability to sit down during the anthem, her ability to do that was created because of the blood that was shed through all of the wars that allowed us to be able to sit during the anthem. It allowed us a democracy. It allowed us our freedom. So why are we going to treat an American any less than for literally exercising the very rights that we fought for?
Right.
That's the first thing. But what really bothers me is that come on, let's be honest. If this was a white male basketball player beloved by the entire nation, its story would be very different.
Well, let's take this back. If it was a common person like you and I, would this have been, I guess, national news? Would they have fought in the same fights that they have done in the past to trade? I guess we release your inmate and the United States will release one of yours. Would you have, what would be the outcome there? Would they have advocate as much or not?
Hell no, because do you know how many Americans are locked up over there that we don't know about?
And right now I see Rubi and seeing certain people that said, here we go with white people. Obviously, we still have racism here in the United States. For those people that don't understand, racism still exists. And remember, we had this incident where a white officer murdered or an individual of color. So, it started that Black Matters again and stuff like that. So, yes, I understand you when you bring up color to a certain extent. And one thing is that racism still exists, regardless whether we want to admit it or be in denial. Racism does exist.
Yes, you see, and the studies are there. The scientific studies are there. You can even medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take medicine. It's a scientific fact that medicine has treated Black Americans with less anesthesia because we feel like that they don't feel as much as we feel. Correct. The rest of us. And that's crazy. crazy. And to me, that means you just don't care about somebody as much. You really don't care about somebody like that as much. I don't think that America fought hard enough for her. I really don't. I really don't. And you do know that they did offer up 2 individuals for her.
Correct.
Two captors from Russia that the United States has. I mean, I'm glad that they at least did that. They offered that. But honestly, I think Russia is using her. I think they thought that we were going to care more, to be honest. And
Right. I think a president or like Donald Trump would have done something about it. I believe he wasn't our president when we had something like that, an exchange of inmates, correct? Where they released one of ours and we released one of theirs.
Well, I said this and I'm going to say it over and over again. Trump had a much better rapport with Russia, obviously his wife, right?
Right.
But he had a much better rapport than Biden ever did. Ever. Ever. Like if Trump, they would hate it. America would hate it if Trump were able to go to Russia, negotiate. Can you imagine if he was able to go and just sit down with the government and literally bring home Brittany? Oh my goodness.
Right.
They would people go crazy.
The thing is that Donald Trump had a better relationship with Russia than, and usually it seems like the Republicans have a better relationship with countries like that. And you see, I've noticed that every time we have a Democratic president, it totally changes the scenario. A lot of the gas prices go up. We see a lot more of migrants, crossing into the United States. We see more terrorism. We see a lot of more things going on with the Democrats being as president. Even inflation, most often it occurs. So
and I also
Monday.
Take note of that last question. No, I haven't forgotten. You're gonna ask me a last question.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, though, the one thing that Trump did, and I feel kind of bad for him only because I don't think he had somebody on his team that would really be able to temper him. I don't think he had anybody. I honestly think that the people that were supposed to be helping him and the people that were really close to him, I think they were just very hateful, and they were like, "Damn, we can really get what we want done because we're that close to him."
Correct.
And I don't think he even probably realized sometimes when he was actually being used.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I just feel, and because of that, I think that inappropriate Americans thought that this was their time to shine. And it's like, no, this is not your time to shine, but you feel that way because a lot of these people that are like you are supporting this man. And somehow y'all have convinced yourself that a Trump presidency equates to the rise of white power. And that you can go and argue with college professors about that, because even people of that caliber have said the same thing. And it's true. We wouldn't have had them search the Capitol. That would have never happened. But people that he may or may not have agreed with, people that he could have calmed down, that for whatever reason he didn't, those people really thought that because that was their president, they could get away with whatever they wanted. So I don't think it's so much his fault, though. I think it's just people wanted something to believe in, something to legitimize their rise of their white power. And I laugh because it's foolishness.
So right now I have people that are commenting, they're saying Trump 2024 and stuff like that. A lot of people are showing support to Trump, right? A lot of people are showing support to Donald Trump or they're commenting. But my question is right now, he's under investigation by the FBI because of some documents he took out from the White House that were very...
You know how I feel about that?
My question to you, was it a political movement towards him to suppress him and to intimidate him as he will announce his presidency for 2024? Is it a shady move by the Democrats to try to smear his name just because the right now the country has been going south? Is it a way to try to ruin his campaign as he's probably going to announce for presidency? What are your thoughts about that, Vanessa?
Okay, first of all, if Trump runs, he's going to win. Point blank, period. There is now one Democrat in all of the United States, not one. There is now one Democrat that has the qualities that he has enough to get people to go to the vote to the polls. There's not one. And we know that, and he knows that, and his voters know that. They do. And sad to say that I think that he's gonna win. There's nobody that the Democrats could offer up as the sweetheart of the Democratic Party. No, there's no one that's super smart. There's no one that's charismatic like him. Even though he's charismatic in an awkward way, he's still charismatic.
Correct.
There's no equal to him in the Democratic Party, which is why I think that they are coming at him like that. Remember what they did to Henry Cuellar?
Right.
Henry Cuellar is the U.S. rep that's right after District 15 for District 28. And they tried to indict him, and they tried to FBI raid his house.
Was it him or was it a family member?
They did that shit because they thought that by doing that, they were going to affect his campaign, and that Jessica Rodriguez, whatever was going to finally rise and be the progressive. Texans don't want that shit. They don't. And even if AOC were to run for president against Trump, are you kidding? All that would do, and they know it too. Do not get a progressive to run against Trump, because if you get a progressive to run against Trump, man, you're gonna get Trump voters that would have never voted just to vote against that progressive.
Correct. But as I know, recently you ran for U.S. Congress District 15, if I'm not mistaken. There's election coming up in November. Between the Democrat that's there and the Vallejo lady, I believe that's her last name, and Jessica, or what's her name, the other one?
Monica de la Cruz.
Correct.
Is the Republican.
Yes.
Michelle
Okay.
Vallejo.
All right. I have a question for you. Now that you're looking from the outside in, who do you think brings the better platform and will make a huge difference in District 15? Because it changed a lot. The alignment has changed. I mean, you have two great women. What do you think is going to happen in that election? Who do you think will come out victorious?
No. We don't got two great women. I'm sorry. My opinion.
I want your opinion.
Monica's an asshole. She's an asshole, and I would love to go ahead and say Monica, because Monica's fake, and she copied my entire campaign. The only reason that Monica has the money and the political power that she has is because that money did not come from the Valley. That money came from. That's the thing about Republicans, and you can talk all kinds of smack that you want.
I actually was reading about that, and you're right. A lot of money came from Arizona and from other different parts of the country. Yes, you're right about that. She was able to.
Republicans care about one thing and one thing only. They want to win. And they don't give a shit about the type of character that you have. They're gonna put you in that damn seat. They're gonna put you in the seat because they don't like to lose. Many Republicans are fueled by their egos, and for them to lose is for them to feel like if they were proven wrong. And the last thing that somebody driven by ego, the last thing they want is to feel or look as if they were proven wrong.
Correct.
She's gonna win, that's for sure. Michelle has a better platform, but let's face it, Michelle's not a good speaker.
I believe it's 2-1. No, financially it's 2-1, 3, something like that.
I don't know. Monica.
I think Monica had close to $2 million or something like that, and the other one had about $900,000. But again, it comes down. Even when Dan Sanchez he ran, it seems like the Democrat Party did not show him so much support. Did not put so much money into, supporting him, contributing to his campaign. And you saw his opponent. I believe it was Mayra Flores, right? She had millions of dollars.
Yeah, but who are her donors? It's the Republicans from all over the rest of the United States. They're like, man, just out of spite, I want to see her win. They don't even care about her platform. They don't even care about anything regarding her. They just want to see a Democrat go down in flames.
Correct. Well, Vanessa, I want to thank you for being here with us. I'm going to ask my viewers to send me questions, and I will have them reviewed. I send you a couple of them, but I want more questions from the viewers. I know that they have questions for you as we prepared ourselves for next Sunday's show. The time will be placed up in the next couple of days, but I want to thank you for being here with us today.
You're welcome, and I want to thank your audience, whether they love me or hate me. I hope they stay blessed and safe, and they have a peaceful night. Thank you, Jaime.
Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate it. Okay. Bye-bye. So, guys, that was Vanessa with us, and I do want to encourage everyone that wants to participate on Sunday to message the page Ruby so that we could have a little bit of more questions. I do want to keep it very professional, as in the aspect is we don't want to go into depth talking about her personal life from her children. Also, anything regarding to her court, we could ask her a little bit about her relationship and all that stuff. It's okay, guys, about how she grown as a woman, her mistakes in life, in general, what we see 5 years from now, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So let's give, thank her for being here today. Yes, I saw some comments, guys, and I'm gonna be very realistic. Um, I've always said it before. I'm not here to defend Vanessa. She is a grown woman. She could defend herself. But if I invited her to my show, I expect a little bit of more respect towards the individual. I'm not saying you can't go criticize her on other platforms, because you're more than welcome to criticize her anywhere else. But if I invite someone into my show, please be a little bit more respectful. That's all I ask. Por favor. Moving forward, guys, I know a lot of people have been telling me to do this, the song Alexander Roser, Alexander Roser, Alexander Roser, Alexander Roser, Alexander Roser, Alexander Roser, guys. So again, my suelita right now, she's probably at home crying, sobbing that she didn't get it her way. She hasn't gone live and speaking about her situation with her court. She feels defeat. She is defeated already, guys. I took her with her bread and butter from her mouth, and I don't regret it. I don't regret anything that I've done to that lady. I'm going to be very honest. I don't regret doing anything that I've done to her, because she deserves that and more. She deserves that and more. Why do I say that? Because she's not only affected a lot of people when she's spoken a lot of people about their mothers, but she's affected también the peacocks. She has a group of peacocks that she has. They're like Annette, and like Carmen was there. She has Denise. She has Marisol. She has a lot of these ladies out there that are being blind, that are blindfolded right now, guys, with this hate. They are participating in this hate. The minute they realize that they dug themselves so much into this hole, they don't have a way out. They've never had a way out. And we saw it with Carmen. Carmen decided to come forward and speak up her mind. What did she do? She attacked her. She made her look like trash, guys. Now, Myra Reynoso did the same thing. She made her look like trash. So anybody that would like to come out from the Peacocks and participate in other different platforms, you can't do it, guys. You can't do it because you are afraid of retaliation by that lady. And I've told these people here, guys, straight out, my supporters and the divas and the fangs, that they could go watch any platform they want. I'm not going to stop them from doing it. I'm not going to deprive them from doing it, because at the end of the day, if they want to go see it, they could go see it. I don't care. I don't care if they go report her videos because it's full of hate, guys. If they're going to report it, they're going to report it because they want to do it, because they're tired of their shit. Okay? To me, if they're doing it, it's because they have a reason to do it. They have a reason to go report you. They have a reason to dislike you. They have a reason why they conduct themselves the way they do, because there's so much hate that you've spoken, not only about people that don't participate in the platforms, but because you speak so much about children. That is where I think you went the lowest. Speaking about children, speaking about frank kids, that's something that you crossed the line. And peacocks are there sitting and encouraging people like that. And they're encouraging this hate. They're encouraging this person to continue to do this. At the very end of the day, Soyrita, look what happened today. You sat alone in court. You sat alone in court with your head down, asking God to help you out. Because you knew that you made so many mistakes and you felt defeated. And you're going to continue to do it, and you're going to get to a point. You're going to get to a point where you're going to dig yourself in a hole that there's not going to be no way out of it. And that's when you're going to be crying and asking God, what did I do? To be honest. You've become the peacock's clown. You become their joke. You became their títere, the huevolín, the chabelo. That's what you have become, the cepillín. So, guys, there's no way in hell that that this person is gonna get away with all this hate. There isn't. There is no way that she's going to be able to continue to drag people down, because I'm going to stand up for certain people, guys. And I'm going to continue to do it. At the end of the day, she's not going to be able to break me. I've broken this lady down many times. Many times have I broken my suegrita down. She's defeated. Look at how bad she's aged because of so much hate. Look at how ugly she's looked from the outside because of so much hate, guys. Frank, streamer Frank, Normal Chisme, guys. If anybody has Frank out there or could message him, can you notify him to streamer to have Roña TV? I will support Frank with Roña TV. Of course, he has every right to react a certain way when you have an individual who's attacked their children. Right now, she's crying whoa, and we all know that she's gonna tirarse la chingona, and she's gonna say que yo, por favor, por favor. Peacocks are more than welcome to call in if there's an issue that they want to address here with me. My number is available. I know, and I'm going to tell you who called me a couple of days ago, which was on Friday. Annette called me. Annette, that lady with the last name that was involved in that peacock and the Tupperware. She called me. We had a great discussion over the phone. She wanted to call in, and she wanted to bring my suegrita up. She wanted to talk about my suegrita. And she wanted to have a discussion over what happened with the Tupperware. And I told her, you're more than welcome to come in. You're more than welcome to call in. Yo no tengo ningún problema. I told her that I would show her respect, as long as she showed respect. And we were going to discuss this. We're just going to discuss a lot of these things, guys. Peacocks left to go to her leader. They went to go report her leader, guys. It's okay. We still had 212 people. We have 174 people. No pasa nada, guys. Annette Galista. But one thing that I want to say about this lady, and it's not going to change my mind, if she hears me right now or somebody goes tell her what I said is she's shady. Why do I say she's shady? Because, again, I'll say it again. If you're claiming that Ofelia Painter is a very good friend of yours, you would put an end to my suegrita, Ofelia Moreno, from talking shit about her, from, belittling her, talking crap about her mother, talking shit about her personal life, whatnot, and you're still associating with somebody who's feeding out hate, who's feeding out this ugly vibe towards individuals. Annette, if you're out there, if you want to call me tonight and we could set up a show for tomorrow, you are more than welcome to do that. I don't have an issue. We could discuss whatever topics you want to bring up. You could message me your questions, or we could just do it as it goes, where we don't even ask them that. She doesn't miss me. Remember, I'm toxic, but I was not toxic last month. Ram and I, we had so much fun, guys, in San Antonio. We had a lot of fun. We lost ourselves a couple of times. We had a great time, Ram and I, guys. As a matter of fact, we're probably going to plan another trip pretty soon. We clicked, guys. We had a lot of fun. We even make the mistake to enter some do not enter places, guys. So we had a lot of fun. We had with Cecilia and everything, guys. It was a great weekend, I guess. Thank you, Ram, and thanks everybody for the support. Gracias a cada uno de ustedes that was here with me tonight. Frank, Frank is probably going to stream my suegrita right now, so I'm going to give him the opportunity to go streamer, Frank, with Roña TV. And guys, for the 172 people that we have here, please go tune in to Roña TV right now, as Frank is probably going to streamer, and let's show Frank some support on the Normal Chisme page. I do actually encourage people that if you want to go subscribe to his page, go for it and do it, guys. Let's show him some support and subscribe to his page. I appreciate everybody that was here today. Ram, gracias por todo el apoyo que me has brindado. Frank, Ram has shown true colors to me, guys. Very respectful, very outgoing person, y se portó muy bien conmigo. I have nothing bad to say about him. Te lo agradezco todo corazón, todo lo que hiciste por mí estos días que tuvimos allá en San Antonio, Ram. Y soy una persona that he got to meet me, guys, and got to know who I am. And he realized that I'm not this right here in person. I'm a little bit more conservative. I don't drink. And he saw it for his own eyes. No soy de mucho guato como antes, guys, que me valía madre. I'm more close of a person. I'm the type of person that's 11 o'clock at night, ya me quería dormir. Pero esas noches me desvelé because, pues, you know, I was with Rami. Ram dijo, no, you're not going to go to sleep. We're going to continue hanging out y todo el pedo, guys. Pero ya me estaba muriendo de sueño. But again, guys, I want to thank everybody that was here with me tonight. Dios me los bendiga a cada uno de ustedes. Get your questions ready, guys. Start messaging my page, La Rubi Moreno, so that I could take a look at these questions, gather them together, and have these questions available for Vanessa on Sunday when we have this interview. Again, I want you guys to participate by sending me these questions, guys. And I appreciate everybody that was here with me tonight. Share the video, like the video. Los quiero cada uno de ustedes. Hasta mañana y Dios me los bendiga.